Happy Sunday. It is March 24th. I'm going to go out for a 15-mile long run. I'm going to alternate between some trails and some roads. So I'm going to get a whole lot of action, especially since my right hip / IT band has been giving me some trouble the past couple weeks. So I'm going to test it out on the trails again today, which is where I initially felt that pain. So testing it on some uneven surfaces is going to get me a really good understanding of how my leg is doing, how it's healing up, so I can push for the next couple of weeks for my 50K on April 20th, less than a month away, and my 100K in June. So let's get warmed up. Already ate a little bit of a snack before I pressed record. So I'll show you what I do for my warm up a little bit, kind of talk you through it. So first things first, I'm going to make sure that I am stretching out my IT band, foam roller. I'm gonna have my IT band right here, just gonna loosen it up a little bit. I'm gonna go back and forth, maybe like 15 or 20 times. And I still wanna make sure I'm prioritizing my right side, so I'm gonna do a little rolling with the lacrosse ball underneath my foot to kind of loosen up all that fascia on the bottom of my foot so that I don't get any pain, because oftentimes I do get some pain on the bottom of my foot towards the end or after a run. So just gonna loosen it up now to kind of help prevent any of that from even just building up. And getting your big toe is super, super important also. Just like 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds is probably good enough to make sure that I'm going out on the road and on the trails with minimal pain, if no pain. Final step of my little in-house warm-up, I'm gonna do some exercises to engage my outer hips or my abductors. So single leg activities, like a slow single leg RDL is really good. After about 20 or 30 seconds, I'll feel that outer hip firing. Just take it nice and slow. This works really, really well with a band also, like a Palloff press, holding a band that's trying to pull me in this way. It's gonna engage that outer hip even more. But I already did that, so I'm just gonna show you without the band. Feel like I'm all set, so I'm gonna go out to the road and do my on-road warm-up. I'm running to the trail and back. So I'm gonna pop on my trail shoes. It's like a 2.5 mile run. Wearing the Hokas just because it's gonna be a little bit of a longer run than I've been doing. So keeping the feet a little bit more comfortable. All right, dynamic warm-up time. All right, so 15 miles is planned. It's gonna be a little slower than what it says on the watch because the trails, obviously. So let's get right to it. Like I said, 2.5 miles to the trailhead. Gonna do a couple laps, 2.5 miles back. Depending on how we do, might have to change the shoes and go around the block a couple times for some extra road miles. Without further ado, let's get to it. There was a huge tree down earlier right here. We had a crazy wind and rainstorm last night. There's the bad boy, the culprit. All right, so just under 3 miles and I am starting to hit the trails. Going slow. I have not run a whole lot of miles recently with my vest or anything in it. So heart rate is kind of jacked up more than it usually is. and I'm a little bit concerned about my overall fitness level, considering I was out all last week on vacation. But one step at a time, we'll see how we do. Let's keep rolling. Just stopped to take my first gel. I'm about 5 miles in, and it is a beautiful day outside. I am just starting lap number 2 of the trail section of this run. Starting lap number 3, I'm at mile 8, and I just took my second gel. Overall, feeling decent. Slowing the pace down a little bit to let my heart rate settle, but enjoying nature. I am just under 11 miles and going back home on the road. So it took me 3 miles last time. Hopefully I can get there a little bit quicker and then finish up with maybe 1 more mile around the block. Woo! 15 miles in the books. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I am tired, and I'm gonna eat a lot right now to refuel and replenish and rebuild the muscles. So I'm gonna put some stats over here for my run. I think my total time was just under 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, let's go eat. And of course, I forgot to record me making my actual protein shake, but this is what it was. Shamrock milk from Stu Leonard's, mint flavored. I did a scoop of that. Oh, I did a little bit of that with my BPN Milk and Cookies protein powder. Oh, I also put in some collagen protein powder and a scoop of chocolate magnesium powder. So that is how I recovered, along with having a couple slices of pizza that my dad made on his wood fire oven. So I'm gonna have another big meal for dinner to help refuel, rebuild, and recover. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.